Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to another episode of Monday Motivation. This is a continuation from last week's episode, so stay tuned. Very good.
And so that we can go into the spaces and learn more about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, learn about um, Barack Obama, learn
Learn
about
about Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela,
You know,
learn
Maya. What's
the,
that Maya? What's that lady's name? Maya Angelou.
learn about the independence, the colonialism, and then learn about the African American culture, learn about the story of slavery, learn about different stuff. It's an opportunity for Africans also to come and learn. So if we have this section and we have all these things going at the same time, we're gonna respect our struggles better.
Respect and love
And
each
respect
other.
one another and love
That's
one another
true.
more. And then when you want to spend that dollar, because this thing, everything that's happening around us, it's all about the financials.
Right, it
It's
is.
all about economics. And we don't have to sit on the back seat anymore. As black people, as people of color, we don't have to sit on this back seat. We need to be in the forefront. Think about it. All these apps that we use, it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn,
Tell
Skype,
you.
Zoom, Snapchat.
None of them is black owned. That's amazing.
And I think
And
I
I'm
sent you
sure-
some numbers. You see
Yeah, he
those
sent me some numbers
in
today. I'm like,
billions?
my goodness.
You know?
And I'm pretty sure, even though none of them is black owned, most of them, if not all, have black people who are the minds. Most of them, like masterminds, working
do,
in
do you know the
coding,
lady
doing
that
all of
codes
that.
the Android for Clubhouse? It's a Nigerian lady.
Are you
Yeah, a
serious?
Nigerian American lady.
Can you imagine
She's
that?
obviously a genius, right?
We
So
have
to be
tons
able-
of
to be- to be able to
geniuses.
to be able to work for that company and be coding.
Wow.
You can go on LinkedIn and look for it. Just put it on there. I can't remember her name right now. But
Wow. I even like the like what you said, the whole idea of you used to use Fiverr a lot, but now you found
yeah,
some people.
I'm trying not to use it a lot. I told
I said you used to use it, but now you
I
found
actually
somebody in
told the Bangladesh
Lagos.
guy, I said, man, because I was converting it to Naira. I'm like, no, this thing is expensive. I don't mind sending all this money to someone.
Right, right.
Because that's gonna be also.
Because we
I'm
need to
gonna
start
feel
creating.
good. I'm gonna really, really,
Right,
really
because
feel
the truth
good
of the
about
matter,
that.
like what I said, it's like there's no wealth creation in the black community. There's only survival wealth that is just one generation. That's it. We need, family wealth, generational wealth. And how will it come? It will come by building and creating things like this and working together as a team. I mean, something like this that you're creating. I'm sure there's tons of black rich people out there that should be able to say, look, how much do you need? Let's give you this money
The thing
to
is,
do this thing. But because there's
haven't
no
even
community.
we haven't even received any call.
That's what I'm saying. That's because a lot of people don't even know who you are. Now, some people through this interview are going to hear about, my own network is going to hear about you. But if I was a Melanin People and a lot of people were already on the app, and I'm like, oh, that's my, they can, I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. They can easily assess it. So now I'm telling my community about you. So look at it this way. He knows I sing. That's how we actually met. Because I know some of you are wondering that, okay, Avantii, this is a Christian show. Is it a Christian show? Is it not a Christian show? It is a Christian show. It's still a Christian show. Nevertheless,
I sing too.
yeah, he sings. That's how we met. He actually featured me on one of his
I
songs.
sing too.
He's
You
a
can check me out on Spotify.
Right. He has
Apple,
tons of songs.
It's on there.
He's a tech guy,
I sing too.
He does a lot of stuff. And the reason why I told him, I said, Mr. Yinka, I need you to come on my show because I want people to see. I want to encourage, my viewers to also see what is happening, what people are doing. We have great people like this.
Wasn't I supposed to tell them about my background?
Oh yeah, feel free. Go
Let
ahead
me
and
tell
do
you
that.
about my background.
Yes.
So I used to. I'm a chemical engineer. I have a chemical engineering degree from, first of all, from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Nigeria, and that was my bachelor's. And after that, I went to the University of Teesside in Middlesbrough, where I had a master's in petroleum engineering. And then I returned back to Nigeria, couldn't find a job. I decided to do a doctorate in chemical engineering. That's how I got full scholarship to come to the United States in 2010. And then I have a third degree in chemical engineering. Now I'm into information technology. As you can see, MelaninPeople is an IT company. It's much more than a social app, and
Right.
that's the goal, because this is an IT company, and that's the goal, so that we can, evolve and expand.
Hey, I want to introduce you to something new. A new social media app for black and brown people of color, as well as non-black people who love and support the black community. The Melanin People's app is designed for individuals, entrepreneurs, and organizations can promote their brands to the community. This app was designed to promote the culture, our hard work, our resilience, our legacy, our brands, our products, our services, our organizations, our businesses. You can tell stories of your favorite places in Africa, South Africa, West Africa, East Africa, Asia, West Indies, and the Caribbean. This is how it works. Step 1. Create your profile, personal or business. Step 2. Complete your profile. Step 3. Create your first post. Step 4. Click explore and find new people to follow. Step 5. Have a product, service, skill, and talent you want people to find. Upload images and videos to your profile. For product, add your sales price, a backlink to your website, sales page, or online business destination. Enjoy your new community, Melanin People, connecting people of color.
And be able to work with a lot of, talented people all over the world, as Scrum Masters, business analysts, developers, network engineers. It's a huge thing that we're working on right now, and we also do logistics on the side. So that's a little bit about my background.
How has the journey been, especially like, because I know, sometimes you tell me, Avanti, you send me messages and you're like, Avanti, you're doing good with your show, consistency. And I'm like, bro, it's not easy, but we thank God. So I definitely know that it's not been very easy, like trying to push this app thing. What are some of the challenges? And how have you kept encouraging yourself in the Lord to say, we're going to keep doing this? Just to encourage somebody who might be starting or creating something too, and they're like, look, is this thing ever gonna make way? Is it ever gonna, get to where I want it to be?
So one of the things that's why I really love what you're doing. Every Monday when you send the new episode, WhatsApp, I always say great work. When I watch it, and I say your consistency for me is 100%, because
God.
every you always dish it out every Monday, right? And it's not easy, right? So for me, sometimes the journey, as you know, the journey is a lonely journey
Very
for
lonely.
most of us that are entrepreneurs, right?
Especially black entrepreneurs.
Yeah, especially black entrepreneurs. But what I've been doing is to pause. And one thing I want to let you know, that even if you're not getting the results that you want, don't throw away your ad work. Don't delete. Don't bring it down. If it's a website, don't bring it down. If it's YouTube, don't
Preach
stop.
it to me, because I'm
don't
about to
stop
bring
it,
down
babe.
one website
No,
right now.
no. Now let me tell you why you shouldn't. I want, if you're listening to me right now, I want you to type into your Google search engine Fresh Hires. Fresh Hires. FRESHIRES. That was the first startup that I created, that I launched in 2014, 2015. We started work around 2013. When I was looking for a job and I couldn't find a job, even with all the degrees, I used to jump from Facebook to LinkedIn. When I'm bored on LinkedIn was so boring then. I jump on LinkedIn to Facebook, from Facebook to LinkedIn, from LinkedIn to Facebook. And then I called one of my friends and said, why don't you create a social media platform for young graduates, fresh hires? that we can combine the social academic with social professional networking platform. And my friend said, yeah, let's do it. So we created what, was called Fresh Hires. You can see it online. You can check online. We tried to raise money, about $70,000. We're able to raise 1,982. It's still on Indiegogo. You can go check it out, right? We were so discouraged. We were trying to get funds from Silicon Valley. We were trying to make calls. They were telling us someone's going to invest in you. And we created the full website. We created an iOS and Android app. That was 2014. Our website had pictures, videos. You can actually upload your document.
Wow.
You can have historical
Your
events.
resume.
Yeah, you can have historical events of all your work in college. And you can do a 60-second elevator speech.
Wow.
So that, recruiters can see all these things and be like, okay, this guy doesn't have experience, but
That's
we
potential.
can still use this person in because it's not even going to cost us a lot of money. But what did we do? We pulled it down after some years, after like 1.5 years, because we were frustrated. And then 2022, you see eba, ground pounded yam, you see okra, you see people putting their wedding pictures on LinkedIn.
I know.
And people were telling us then that nobody was ever going to use social on a professional networking platform.
But they're doing it on LinkedIn.
We pulled
now.
it down. Now, if you go and check our user interface for Fresh Hires, it looks exactly like your LinkedIn in 2021, 2022. That's why I'm encouraging you, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, don't pull it down, don't delete it. If you're tired, just move away. Take a break. And, when everything that's getting you overwhelmed, calms down.
Because it can be overwhelming, I'm not going to lie.
Just go back to where you stopped and keep working.
It can be overwhelming, I remember, when I started this show, Monday Motivation, I started it on the radio station. And then after a while, the radio station, for some reason, said they wanted to close. And for a couple of months, I stopped the show. I wasn't doing anything. And then I found another TV station who said, a guy who had like a TV production thingy, and he said I could come use his studio, but we only did like 4 episodes and that was done. And I literally wanted to give up. In fact, I said for a couple of weeks I had to send messages. If you've been following me for a long time, then you would know. I had to put out a video and say, you know what, I've not been able to do, But a friend of mine told me how to go about it, and I've been doing it for over a year. I didn't do no interviews. I was just doing it the way I could, in my own little way. And right now I've started back doing interviews. He said something that, the last episode we talked about, the last episode I had said the same thing about rest if you need to, take a break if you need to, but don't let the dream die. Don't let the vision die. From time to time, I'll see him, even with this Melanin People, for a while he won't post. Then later, I'll see him, he'll post. And I'll message him and say, guy, what's up? How far? How is it going? The truth of the matter is, you got to keep pushing that dream. You got to keep pushing. I'm so proud of him because I know when this, I literally know when you started. We were talking about it.
And we're revamping the magazine. So
wow.
You can see we've not been doing interviews.
I want to have your first interview. Exclusive.
We've not been doing the interviews right now. Someone else is working on the magazine right now. It's going to be working on it full time.
Oh, okay.
So, but we redesigned it from scratch.
Right.
So before we're using WordPress, the one that I made myself, and we made something. But right now we redesigned everything from scratch, a new user interface, and so we're actually recruiting people. We recruited from a lot of people, from Africa.
Nice.
And about 2,000 people applied on LinkedIn.
Wow.
So we're working on that part also. And we'll see how that's going to, but in 2 months, I say by May, June, we're going to be really, really live from the magazine because that's how we started, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't want that section to die. So but we're coming up. We're coming out with a big bang in the magazine.
That's so good.
It's gonna be the Melanin People e-magazine. it's gonna
awesome.
be really nice. It's gonna be really nice.
That's awesome. Man, this has been an amazing show. I just want to close out because right now you were talking, I picked up something. He said that when he started, they started with a WordPress website that he designed. So you don't have to start with something extraordinary. Start that dream, that vision with the little that you have. When I started my show, I was using my phone for my camera. A lot of people didn't know, but I was using my phone. I would edit it and make it look real nice. But now I have my own, little cameras, setup thingy. So start, take a break if you need to. Just make sure that you keep pushing and don't let the dream and the vision die. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you. I'm going to save this video.
To go on this show.
Right, so that when Melanin People blows up, I'll say I got to interview the CEO first.
And your video can be an NFT.
Oh, it will be an NFT. I will just make sure. I know that all the networks own. What's all the major networks?
Your video can be an NFT. You just put different sections on your OpenSea marketplace, and you tell us to buy it with 1 Ethereum.
Yes, buy it. This is gonna be big box. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. And how can they? No, before we go, they need to know how to download the app, and you haven't given them all that information.
To do that, you go to MelaninPeople.com. Once you get on the website, it's gonna prompt you and say download our app. The app is available on iOS if you use Apple. If you use Android, it's available on Android. You can follow us on Instagram. You see, I'm not taking you away from Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. It's Melanin People app.
Okay, what about Facebook? Are you on Facebook?
On Facebook, Melanin People app. You find us also on Facebook and on Twitter.
Okay.
So we're everywhere. So that's how you get the app.
Okay.
You download the app, you sign up as business or a private account, which is personal account instead of business, and you just make sure your profile is complete,
right?
And you can also send your profile link to someone to sign up. When they sign up, you earn tokens too.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, when someone signs up.
So you see, when you send it to someone to sign up, you earn tokens. Like referring them. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Facebook didn't give me no token for signing up and telling people to sign
on your profile, and on the profile you can see on your profile you can see how much tokens you've earned every day.
That's good.
The beauty of it is that like I said, we're gonna round up. Thank you, but let me I want to put this out there. Think about it. Like if we want to watch a movie in Lagos right now in Nigeria, and the movie center has a page on Melanin People, they can actually take part token, and you can pay part, the currency.
That's good.
Or you can just take a QR code if we are in collaboration with them. Have a QR code of how much tokens you have, or you send it to them.
Get a discount.
You can get a discount. So that's how the ecosystem is gonna work once everything is set up together.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you very much.
This has been an amazing show. I'm sure you've learned so much, because I have. All the NFTs and what's the other one?
Yeah, we can talk about those ones later if you want. We can do another.
Trust me, I try to keep him strictly talking about the Melanin app, because if we go into cryptocurrency and all of that and NFTs, this man is loaded. I mean, loaded. Hopefully, I'll get an opportunity to interview you again, and you can, educate the people when it comes to stuff like that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms at Avantii Uzor. And until I see you again next week, keep winning, and bye for now.
Bye bye.